All right, everybody, welcome. All right, everybody, welcome. We are live. This is the Professor Malik, along with the mighty A-Track Brown of the PW Hustle, and it's an honor to be working with you for the first time, sir. How you doing tonight?
Pleasure's on mine, brother. I'm feeling good. Pay-per-view was but we'll get into it. I'll let you know my thoughts.
Oh yeah, this wasn't too much. Okay, so WWE FASTLANE 2016 took place Sunday, February 21st, from the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. Michael Cole, of course, announces 14,446 fans in attendance. Of course, we have the pre-show. Kalisto defeats Alberto Del Rio to retain his U.S. title. After brawling both outside and inside the ring, Kalisto jumps off the fan barrier at ringside towards Del Rio. Del Rio smacks Kalisto out of the air with a steel chair, which secures the first fall of 2 out of 3 falls. Yeah, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. Kalisto via DQ. Okay, back in the ring, Del Rio works quickly and hits a stomp on Kalisto for the 1-2-3 in his first fall of the match. Del Rio keeps control and takes Kalisto to the corner, trying to remove his mask. Del Rio takes Kalisto to the outside and hits some offense before rolling back into the ring and leaving him out there. Kalisto gets back in the ring at the referee's 9 count, and Del Rio once again turns Kalisto upside down in the Tree of Woe. Del Rio misses the stomp, and Kalisto drops Del Rio into the turnbuckle and rolls him up for the win. Winner and still champion Kalisto. So A-Track Brown, what do you think?
I thought the match was pretty good. I enjoyed some of the spots that Del Rio was doing because usually for at least the past few times they worked together, it wasn't going too well. But this particular match, it was pretty cool. I like the stomp off the barricade from Del Rio, and Kalisto, he was a little sloppy, but it wasn't too bad. I enjoyed this match because it exceeded my expectations. I thought they were going to work kind of sloppy because they've been doing that in the past few weeks. But this one was good. I liked it, and I'm glad that Kalisto went over. I was just upset that it was in the pre-show, but nonetheless, it was still good.
Yeah, actually, I was on another Hangout show, live reaction show, and that match was supposed to be on the pay-per-view, but they bumped it to the pre-show. Now, why, I don't know. Now, somebody said that Kalisto had been botching a few times in matches, but I never saw that because he's pretty good to me. I mean, at least I think so. What about you? Have you heard him? Have you heard of anything of him botching in any matches?
Well, yeah, he's been like him and Del Rio when they've had the past few matches. He's botched a few times here and there. So was Del Rio, to be honest. But this one, it wasn't like that. He actually they actually worked well together, and I thought it was better than the last few times. So I was happy with it.
Cool, yeah. So was I. Okay, now let's move on. The second match, or excuse me, the first match of the pay-per-view was Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Tamina Snuka and Naomi, or what's left of Team Bad, which I call now Team Worse. That's what I'm saying, and that's what they are. I mean, come on, unity. I mean, please, can you come up with something better than that? I mean, creative is just sucking like crazy. Okay, the match starts, and Becky and Sasha are already arguing with each other. They eventually start working together and hit a double dropkick on Tamina. Naomi gets the tag and hits a series of kicks on Becky. Becky comes back with a suplex that sends Tamina to the outside, and all 4 women start fighting at ringside. Back in the ring, Becky lays out both Tamina and Naomi with a missile dropkick off the top. Tamina misses a clothesline, and Sasha drops her into the Banks statement. Naomi runs in, but Becky stops her and applies to disarm her at the same time. Both members of Team Bad tap out. Winners Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. I thought this Divas match, even though most Divas matches aren't too good, this was pretty good because 3 of the participants are actually WWE's best. Sasha, who is way over, is pretty good. I like Becky Lynch, and Tamina, of course, is all muscle and she can wrestle, and of course, she's powerful. A-Track Brown, what are your thoughts?
I thought that Becky Lynch and Sasha were going to lose this. I really did. I felt that they were setting up for the WrestleMania match, which I think is going to be a 3-way between Becky Lynch, Sasha, and Charlotte. I thought they were going to build it up from there. They were going to have bad blood towards each other. But at the end of the day, the the fact that they got the win was pretty cool because Sasha Banks is hot right now. She's on fire, and Becky Lynch is catching steam. And as even though I like Naomi, I think she needs to. I think they need to really start pushing her because she's very talented and she's athletic. She's not crisp. Even though there's some things that she did tonight, I thought it was cool. I thought her jumping jack kicks or whatever she calls it, that she was doing to Becky, I thought that was great. Naomi always shows good athleticism, even though some of her moves don't go over as much as you want. Tamina was just not looking good at all. She even missed a clothesline spot that I thought was insane. I thought that she'd get a little bit better, but she just has not. Quite honestly, I don't think that Naomi is that good of a heel. I saw her promo from earlier, and it wasn't even that good. She just needs to go back to being a face because what she's doing right now as a heel is just not working. It's just not. And, so we move on from there, and tomorrow night we'll see what happens as they start this feud going towards WrestleMania, which seems to be what they're headed for, like I said earlier. So hopefully, man, Sasha keeps going and she goes all the way to WrestleMania and gets that Divas title.
That's what I'm hoping too. I mean, she's becoming the star, and she's the first star to get over, the first diva to get over in a long time since Trish Stratus. Back in the days, Trish Stratus and Lita. But here we go. The fun continues. Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler. This was I thought was a pretty good match. They lock up, and Owens takes control with a quick headbutt that drops Ziggler. Owens misses a splash in the corner, and Ziggler mounts a comeback with 2 big splashes of his own. Ziggler with right hands, elbows, and a neckbreaker for a close 2 count. Ziggler goes up top, but Owens drops him on his crotch and hits his cannonball for a close 2 count. Owens takes the action to the outside and tries to powerbomb Ziggler on the floor, but Ziggler reverses and Hurricane Rana's Owens into the steel steps. Back in the ring, Ziggler hits a famouser for another 2 count. Ziggler attempts the sweet chin music, but Owens avoids it, throws him off the ropes, and hits the pop-up powerbomb for the 1-2-3. Winner and still Intercontinental Champ Kevin Owens. A-Track Brown, your thoughts on that one?
Well, my thoughts are this. Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler, they always put on a good match. Dolph Ziggler has pretty much lost his steam. Not his fault. WWE style booking. And I think it affected him to the point where he even started coming out dressing like a damn Fruit Loop. But he seems to be back on his game as far as his ring attire is concerned, but who knows what he's going to be wearing at WrestleMania. But besides the point, the match itself was good. These two work very well together. Sometimes I kind of get a Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens thing when I watch Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. Not too much, but a little bit. You can tell that he has really good chemistry with Ziggler, like he has with Sami Zayn. I'm not putting their matches on the same level with when he was Steen and Zayn was Generico and ROH, but the chemistry is there. And even though I was at the point where I was like, okay, I've had enough of this match, because not so much the match, but watching those two fight, because they stretched this out so long. But they put on a good match. One of the better matches of the only 3 good matches of the night, in my opinion.
True that. Yep.
Kevin Owens is gonna be that dude. He's already that dude. But if they don't push him and do anything interesting with him, nobody's gonna care. I mean, he's going out and he's winning matches, and sometimes he loses matches, and that makes people a little bit nervous. But overall, I think that Kevin Owens just needs to be put in a better feud, and they need to care about him more. I don't think they're really giving a shit about him too much like they should, and that to me is not healthy for Kevin Owens' career. But as long as the people are still feeling him, it's a good thing. It's just all in the hands of the WWE. The match itself, like I said, was good. I enjoyed the spots that they did. Kevin Owens is he's just a fantastic heel. He does everything that a heel should, talking junk to the fans, talking junk to Michael Cole. I even thought that he was going to do something with Machine Gun Kelly, but they didn't really do anything, but they should have. I mean, he powerbombed Machine Gun Kelly through a stage, which was the highlight of that show, trust me. But they didn't really do too much with that. But other than that, I'm not too mad because it would have taken away from the match. But Kevin Owens comes out with the win, and hopefully his feud will be with Sami Zayn going into WrestleMania. I don't want it to be with AJ Styles. I know that's what a lot of fans want. I personally don't want that. I want this Owens and Zayn feud to go to the main stage. Both these men acknowledge that they're destined to do this for the rest of their careers, and it is awesome to see two guys from ROH carry over their feud into the WWE. So bring up Sami Zayn, put him in that feud, and have that match. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania I guarantee you, if that match happens, it will top Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat. I know a lot of people will say, oh, no, A-Track Brown, you're crazy. No. These guys can work. They will top that match, and they will solidify themselves as top-tier talent in the WWE.
Yeah, you got that right, because that match at WrestleMania 3 with Steamboat and Savage, that blows Hulk and Andre out the water.
That match, as far as IC matches go at WrestleMania, it hasn't been topped. As far as matches in WrestleMania in general, there's a lot of matches that don't come close. Some matches are, and some matches are better, but overall, it's still like top five. Top three. You pick which one is which.
Yeah, I got you. Now, next, the Big Show and Ryback are in the back talking about the Wyatt family. Of course, this is a promo hype for the six-man match. They are eventually joined by Kane, who says they will send the Wyatts straight back to hell. A video package airs showing the history between the Wyatts, Big Show, Kane, and Ryback. Ryback and Rowan are in first, with Ryback getting the majority of the offense and hitting a dropkick for a 1 count. He tags in the Big Show, who starts laying into Rowan with chops in the corner. Ryback tags back in but eats an elbow from Rowan before Braun gets in the tag. Braun takes control of the match with elbows and slams until Rowan gets tagged back in. Rowan attempts a suplex on Ryback, but Ryback blocks and hits one of his own. Kane gets the tag and lays out Rowan with a DDT and a dropkick for a 2 count. They brawl on the outside in front of Bray, who is sitting in a chair in front of the announcer's table. Back in the ring, Harper and Ryback get the tags. Ryback hits several flying knees to the face on Harper in the corner. Ryback hits a few running power slams and goes for the pin, but Rowan breaks it up. Kane comes in and choke slams Rowan. Harper runs in, but Show gorilla press slams Harper to the outside and onto his teammates. Show goes to the ringside and spears Braun. Bray runs in on Ryback, but Kane lays him out. Ryback hits the shell shocked on a distracted Harper for the win. This match I thought was slow, but it had good action, when all of them got involved and brawled. What were your thoughts, A-Track Brown?
I thought this match was boring. I did not care. I just didn't. After what I saw when they made Byron Saxton stand up, and instead of Michael Cole, I was like, well, it is Black History Month. I guess they had to get Byron Saxton noticed at some point. I thought it was messed up. It was pretty fucked up. They made the black dude stand.
Yeah,
it was pretty much. Yeah. It was really like, get out of that chair, nigger, and stand. That's what Vince McMahon was saying in his earphone. He was like, stand up, you big gorilla. I want Bray Wyatt to sit down. You stand up.
Speaking of that, did you see Vince McMahon's tweet? I don't know if it's false or not, but apparently somebody, either it was a troll account, somebody said, I hate the N-word, but it was deleted.
Well, I haven't heard about that at all.
Okay. Yeah, I saw on Twitter. Anyway, on the match.
If that was true, that's funny.
Yeah, he can't fire himself.
Yeah, exactly. But the match is. At one point I went out and I walked my dogs. That's why I can't. That's why I really can't even give you a in-depth analysis. And when I came back, I saw Ryback. The master of the feed me more, whatever the hell that is. I still haven't figured that out yet. I just saw him hitting his moves, and then they got the win, which surprised the hell out of me. If you watch the Big Slam Nation on One Wrestling, I chose, the Wyatts to win. So I'm further down in the After Cup for those who know what that is. But so I'm disappointed, and I was upset, but I thought that something else was going to happen with the Wyatts. And at least Bray Wyatt didn't get the pinfall, so they kind of protected him on that. Even though I don't think they can give him any more protection. His steam is going down with the fans. People are losing interest. I know the fans in the YouTube scene and the internet scene. I hate using that, but the people online and social media are just not giving a damn about Bray no more. And they had a chance to make him mean something tonight, and they missed it. Maybe they'll do it tomorrow night, but overall, this match, I can't even give it a rating because I did not care to see it, and I didn't want to see it. It was either walk the dogs or jerk off the porn, and I chose to walk the dogs. I can't.
Wow.
Okay. I can't choose porn over my babies.
Hey, well, you know what? You're right about the Wyatts. The Wyatts should have gone over because, of course, as you probably know, months ago, the Brothers of Destruction buried the Wyatts in the match. See, the Wyatts are the young talent. They're supposed to put over the young talent, and the veterans are supposed to put them over.
Yeah.
But that's not how it's being scripted or booked. So, when you do that and you bury your young talent, that's bad for business. That's bad for their careers. And you're right. Yeah, Bray, Rowan, Harper, and even this new guy Braun Strowman, they're gonna go down the tubes. So I don't know what Vince is thinking about, but I guess it's basically catering to the fans who want to see the baby faces go over. But you got to think about the young talent. So let the heels go over. But
I think the thing is, I really do believe that the WWE thinks. I think WWE Creative thinks that the Wyatts are cool enough to suffer losses, and that might have been true a few years back. Maybe the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era, but in the so-called reality era, despite what the Road Dogg says on Twitter, wins and losses do matter, as we saw at tonight's main event. So we know that wins and losses do matter. At least they matter when there's certain people involved. They probably don't matter when you're at that level where the Wyatts are right now, when you're losing to the Big Show and Kane and Ryback. And though Ryback should be a guy who they're building up to be a top talent, the Big Show and Kane is just the Big Show and Kane. Not to take away anything from Kane, I think he still has a lot to contribute to the WWE. But the Big Show, no disrespect to him, I think he's run his course. So why have the Wyatts lose to these guys? Why should I give a damn what you do with them at WrestleMania? Even if you do what I think you're going to do tomorrow night, why should I give a damn? They're losers. That's what happens. They lose.
That's true.
So,
That's true. And here's the thing. I saw that tweet with a Road Dogg. You know what? I've been blocked by four WWE superstars for expressing my thoughts and expressing them aggressively. I've been blocked by Joey Styles after doing a video on him. I've been blocked. I was recently blocked by Jerry Lawler because he's in favor of Donald Trump, and I tweeted something at him about Trump. He didn't like it too much, of course. He blocked me. I've been blocked by Eva Marie because I did a video on her, and basically she stinks. I did a video on her 5 months ago, and I'm still getting hits. It's over 10,000 hits. So,
well, it's Twitter is that's just block central for WWE guys. I find out that a lot of WWE guys have the feelings of children. It doesn't take much to get blocked. But then again, I tweeted some outlandish shit to Vince and to Triple H, to them both, and stuff that could be considered borderline illegal, but especially Triple H. I haven't been blocked yet. I think I probably just tweet at the wrong time. At one point, they'll get wind of it and they'll just block me as well. But You know,
Okay.
it is what it is with the WWE in their creative style of booking. Who the hell knows? And at this point, it's like, then this is my problem. When the only thing you have going for you is NXT and a handful of good pay-per-views, you know, what else do you care about? You know,
True.
NXT at this point, it hasn't sucked. It's just been stale to me. It hasn't really been interesting like it has a couple months or a year back. So, you know, it's just what are you gonna do with this company? You know, it's like here we go again.
Yeah. Now, as well as Sami Zayn, they need to bring up Finn Balor, who's over, and for God's sakes, please bring in Samoa Joe. I love me some Samoa Joe. That's my boy right there. Cause like I said, I'm a TNA wrestling fan too. But okay, next up, and this was another snooze fest, piss break to me. Brie Bella and Charlotte. Ric Flair is out with Charlotte, of course, as usual. The two competitors go back and forth in the opening moments until Brie lays Charlotte out and imitates her father's strut. And woo, Charlotte comes back and throws Brie to the outside, then mocks Daniel Bryan's yes chants before saying, "Where is your sister now?" Back in the ring, Charlotte goes for an Alabama slam, but Brie reverses it into a sunset flip for a 2 count. They trade submission holds for several minutes. Charlotte misses a big boot, and Brie comes back with some strikes for a 2 count. Brie hits a drop kick off the top rope and starts selling a leg injury. She hits multiple kicks on Charlotte, then an X Factor for another 2 count. Charlotte comes back and goes for the figure 4. Brie gets out and eventually locks her in a single leg Boston Crab. Charlotte gets out and locks Brie in the figure 8 for the victory. So Charlotte is your winner. A-Track Brown, your thoughts on this one?
Well, I thought this match would be a little bit better, especially after I was putting Brie over on the Big Slam Nation on One Wrestling YouTube. Check it out. I was disappointed because there was too many sloppy things that went on in this match, but there were a few good things that I thought were pretty cool. I thought Charlotte's chops were on point, and that's pretty bad when that's the only good thing I could say about this match. Oh well, there was some blood, a little bit of blood. You know, it was accidental, but
on her nose,
it was there.
On her nose. And
see, yeah, so it was
like that because it's a PG
exactly. So it was kind of cool to see that, but the match itself was just sloppy, and it wasn't just Brie who was botching things; it was Charlotte as well. And when it was over, I was just like, "Thank God, man!" I mean, it was that time where I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna eat some of my fried chicken right now, and you know, I'm gonna just give in to my blackness and not pay too much attention to this match." But I did anyway because I just wanted to make sure I paid close attention just to see if Brie would live up to my standards because I thought she's gotten a little bit better since she's been training with her husband. And I guess this was just another attempt for the WWE to squeeze a little bit more out of that Daniel Bryan retirement. And, you know, Brie's leaving soon, so good luck to her and her future endeavors around the summertime. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and Nikki Bella's still injured, so she might retire too. And a lot of fans are looking forward to that because they don't like the Bella twins too much.
I don't. I mean, I think Nikki Bella, or as I call her, Cena's cum dispenser, she's awful. She's a J-Lo freaking Kim Kardashian wannabe. Brie tries. But it's just like, nah, sweetie, you just really don't have anything other than your looks. You know, you got a cool husband, and you seem like a cool. Brie seems more cool than Nikki, to be honest with you. Brie seems like somebody I can sit back and smoke a blunt with and just talk bullshit. And you know, I look at Nikki and it's just like, you're the reason why I think women are losers in the first place. Sorry, ladies, that's just the way I feel, okay? But fundamentally, just gonna throw that out there. All men are idiots, so it's a balance. But you know, either way, the match in itself was not good. I am still keeping hope alive for that possible 3-way. If not the 3-way, then just Sasha and Charlotte at WrestleMania and have a 5-star match for the females and represent the Divas division the way they should. Either way, I'm past what happened tonight. I'm looking into the future of WrestleMania because in the WWE, if you hate Monday Night Raw, you don't care about SmackDown, and NXT is the only thing that satisfies your wrestling sweet tooth, WrestleMania season is something that you kind of look forward to because they put a little bit more effort in the show, or way more effort, because they know they have to sell WrestleMania. So I ask you this, Brother X, what effort has they put in yet? None.
Zero.
Even before the pay-per-view, before WrestleMania, they started off. They haven't done that at all. And this is supposed to be their biggest fucking WrestleMania ever.
Yeah, the biggest.
And I've got more to say about it, but we'll get to that when we get to it. So, that's just what it was for me.
Yeah, and plus, see, the show is booked in Arlington Stadium, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, and I'm a Cowboys fan. To me, this is going to be a disaster if they don't put on a 5-star show. This is going to be bad for the business, bad for your network subscribers, just bad all around. But okay, so here we go. Another good match, probably the second best match. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. They trade holds early on until Jericho rolls to the outside to avoid the calf crusher. The crowd is dueling AJ Styles and Y2J chants. Back in the ring, Styles reverses an attempted walls of Jericho with the Hurricane Rana. AJ follows up with a knee drop for a 2 count. Jericho goes up top and comes off with a punch to the face of AJ. AJ gets up and answers with a drop kick. AJ takes control of the match until Jericho sends him to the outside after a back body drop and a clothesline. Jericho throws him into the fan barrier, then takes things back in the ring for a cross-body block off the top for a 2 count. Jericho misses a splash in the corner and falls to the outside. Styles attempts a dive over the top to the outside, but Jericho catches him with a kick. Jericho hits a splash over the top on Styles for a 2. Styles comes back with a clothesline and a forearm strike. Styles hits his patented springboard moonsault into a DDT, although they didn't quite execute it perfectly. Styles misses a dropkick, and Jericho hits the lion salt for a 2 count. Jericho goes for a suplex, but AJ gets out. He goes to the apron to springboard off the top rope, but Jericho catches him in midair with a springboard dropkick. Styles sits Jericho on the turnbuckle. Jericho slaps him in the face, and AJ answers with a Pele kick. He goes for a Hurricane Rana off the top, but Jericho reverses into a powerbomb and the walls of Jericho. Styles reaches the ropes, so Jericho throws him to the outside. He locks the Lion Tamer in on AJ at ringside, then rolls back into the ring. Styles climbs back in and walks right into a code breaker, but reaches the ropes to break the pin. Jericho waits some time and calls Styles a stupid son of a bitch, okay, which receives some censorship on the WWE Network broadcast. Of course, it's a PG show, or supposedly. Styles comes back and hits the Styles Clash, but Jericho kicks out. Styles locks Jericho in the calf crusher, and Jericho taps out. And your winner, AJ Styles. A-Track Brown, your thoughts on this one?
This match was fucking awesome. Gave it a 4.5 stars out of 5. The moonsault botch was disappointing to me. AJ Styles has done that move probably over 100 times. Chris Jericho has had that move done on him a few times. And to see them botch it was kind of disappointing, but it didn't take me out of the match. I thought the Styles front face, the Styles front face plant on Jericho was a good move. Jericho was being very heelish. He kind of reminded me of the old Monday Night Nitro Jericho when he invented the Jerichoholic phrase. And Styles, man, Styles does what Styles does, and Jericho does what Jericho does. And the fact that both these two men were perfect to be in a match. I rather had that match at WrestleMania, but to have Jericho put him over going into WrestleMania is good. I give the WWE kudos on that because Styles is set to be one of the futures of the WWE, despite his age. And Jericho is the veteran. He is the multi-champion. He should be putting him over, kind of like what should have happened in the Wyatt match. But this match was just excellent. The way Jericho was countering Styles' the spring elbow was cool. The drop kick to the ankles that kind of hit the hit the top rope, but I thought it was cool. And to see those two in there applying their craft and telling a good story is a breath of fresh air, because a lot of matches these days in WWE, they kind of lack storytelling, they kind of lack psychology, with the exception of certain veterans being in the ring. And as much as I hate this fucking asshole Triple H, I will say that he is good at ring psychology. So we got good ring psychology in this match. We got a good story out of it. There's nothing to complain about from A-Track Brown. I can watch these two up until WrestleMania. If they carry this feud out again in WrestleMania, they can have a submission match for all I care. They can have a 25-man Iron Man match or 30-minute Iron Man match, and it wouldn't bother me not one bit. It's just they're guys that you just don't get tired of seeing. I know I spoke about getting tired of seeing Ziggler and Owens face, but this is, to me, is the opposite, because they're always going to pull out something fresh and new. And Jericho can pull a great match out of his ass, I think, anytime when he's in there with the right person like AJ Styles. So that's what he did tonight. That's what AJ did tonight. Jericho taps. For Jericho to tap to put over Styles, in my opinion, is the most selfless thing that he can do. Take note, John Cena, you fucking dickbag. That's what should be going on, man. Veterans putting over the next generation, and we can get tired of Jericho going away and coming back, but I always know that Jericho will always be popular enough with the people to where he can put somebody over and it means something, with the exception of Fandango, because we all saw what happened there. And that goes to show what happens when the WWE says, well, we're going to pull back. And hopefully they don't pull back on AJ Styles. They better not, because we already know how I can go into fits. If they do that to AJ, if I see AJ lose to John Cena, I don't know, man. I'm going to have insurance on everything in my house. I'm going to have to put my dogs in the room because I might freaking kick them around. I'll be so angry.
Just like this, to a lot of people, even to me, when Sami Zayn did that match with John Cena and he jobbed, I thought that was wrong. That U.S. Open.
No, man. Listen, don't even get me started on that. Yeah. Do not. I go through enough on the Hustle and on Big Slam and with people on Twitter and certain Facebook groups about that match. It just makes my life a living hell, just even thinking about it. And, I got people, emailing me. They're calling me on the horn and, whatnot. Nah, I just don't. Let's not even go there. I'm mad that you even brought it up now.
I'm sorry about that, but I just had to use that as an example. But okay, after this match, our next is Edge and Christian are out to the ring next to interview the New Day. Of course, to me, this was comic relief segment. This was definitely a bathroom break. The New Day comes out and mix it up with ENC before they start cutting a promo on the League of Nations. This brings out Sheamus, Rusev Del Rio, and Wade Barrett, who is leaving. He's not going to renew his contract after June. So this might be one of his last pay-per-view appearances. The New Day heads to the back, and the League starts talking trash to Edge and Christian. ENC tell them the ring is all theirs, and they head to the back. They dance with the New Day on the ramp and tell people to watch their show after Fastlane on the WWE Network, which is basically Edge and Christian totally reeking of awesomeness. Basically, it's I guess you could say, wrestling's first version of Limited Colors. It's a comedy sketch show, and guess who's on the first episode that I watched when I watched a little bit of it before I cut it off? Vince McMahon himself. Of course, that's nothing new. But okay, to the wrestling. R-Truth versus Curtis Axel, which I think this match was a filler match because this had no point, no build-up, and didn't even know it was going to go down. They trade offense until the other Social Outcast members get involved and give Axel the advantage. Goldust slowly walks down to the ring and trips Curtis Axel when both the referee and R-Truth are distracted. Goldust lays out members of the Outcasts at ringside. Goldust throws Adam Rose in the ring, which distracts Truth and allows Axel to roll him up for the quick win, which of course was a handful of tights. Goldust apologizes to Truth in the ring after the match, and Truth walks to the back, leaving Goldust alone in the ring. So, A-Track Browns, any comments or thoughts on this? You're muted, sir. A-Track, if you can hear me, your sound is muted.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, back to the fact of the matter. Sorry about that. I didn't even know this was a match, to be honest with you. I had no idea that this was a match. That segment with New Day and Edge and Christian was complete just a waste of fucking time. I didn't even understand why they were doing what they were doing. I thought they were going to debut Kaz and Enzo. They didn't. That was an opportunity for them to debut Kaz and Enzo. Perfect opportunity. Hopefully they do it tomorrow night. But tonight, to me, was the way to do it. You add viewers if you debut Kaz and Enzo. People want to see Kaz and Enzo. People know who they are from watching NXT. I think enough know to where they can do that. So that segment was a waste of time. The Social Outcast match with R-Truth was a waste of time. Like I said, I didn't even know the match was on until I came back from the bathroom. And it was just like, okay, this sucks. And I didn't care for it at all. It would have made sense that R-Truth got the wins because they're trying to build up this tag team between him and Goldust. So I didn't even see the point in R-Truth losing. But you know, I guess it was just there for time filler, to be honest. I didn't even understand it.
That's what I said. I think it was there to fill airtime. So anyway, okay, we go now to the main event, which was probably the highlight of the whole night. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. Here we go. As soon as the bell rings, Lesnar beats down Ambrose in the corner until Ambrose climbs out of the ring. He hits Reigns with 2 German suplexes and lays out Dean Ambrose with a clothesline. Ambrose hits a missile dropkick off the top to the back of Lesnar when Lesnar is preoccupied with Reigns. Ambrose attempts a German suplex of his own on Lesnar, but it doesn't work, and Lesnar tosses him with a belly-to-belly suplex. Reigns pulls Lesnar to the outside. Ambrose attempts a suicide dive on Lesnar. But Brock catches him with a belly-to-belly on the ringside floor. Back in the ring, he continues the trip to Suplex City on Reigns. Lesnar hits an F5 on Reigns, but Ambrose breaks up the pin. Ambrose slaps Lesnar in the face, which earns him some knees to the face and several German suplexes from the former UFC heavyweight champ. He goes for an F5 on Ambrose, but Reigns hits Lesnar with a spear for a 2 count. He hits the Superman punch on Lesnar, and Lesnar rolls to the outside. Lesnar goes to the F5 Reigns through an announce table, but Ambrose makes the save with a legal low blow. They remove the monitors from the Spanish announce table and powerbomb Lesnar through the table. Ambrose lays out Reigns and throws him in the ring. Ambrose hits a bulldog and flying clothesline on Reigns for a 2 count. Ambrose and Reigns brawl in the ring until they notice Brock Lesnar getting up and decide to double team him. Ambrose starts stripping the English announce table and they powerbomb him through that one too. They bury Lesnar in broken table parts, then go back to fighting each other. Reigns hits the Superman punch on Ambrose, but misses the spear. Ambrose hits the Dirty Deeds for a 2. Reigns lifts Ambrose up onto his shoulders. Then out of nowhere, Brock Lesnar runs in and hits a German suplex on Reigns while Ambrose is still on his shoulders, which sends both men flying. Reigns comes back with a spear on Lesnar, but Lesnar quickly puts Reigns in a Kimura lock. Ambrose brings in a steel chair and starts pummeling Lesnar with it, then gives Reigns a few chair shots for good measure. Lesnar rolls out of the ring and Reigns hits a spear on Dean Ambrose for the 1-2-3. And your winner is Roman Reigns. Reigns celebrates in the ring as fireworks go off. Triple H's music hits, and the Game walks down to the ring in a suit and with his belt. They stare each other down in the ring and look up at the WrestleMania sign on the ceiling to end the show. Okay, A-Track Brown, let's hear your thoughts with this one.
Man, this match was freaking awesome. I enjoy watching Brock Lesnar in matches. There was little things that kind of upset me a bit about the match. That being the multiple German suplexes that Brock Lesnar was throwing. I think at this point, I was saying to myself, enough with the damn German suplexes. I get it. You're a Nazi. But it's like, you want to see a little bit more, because after a while you get tired of just seeing him throw Germans, especially when he can do more. But he threw, some cool belly to bellies. That first belly to belly spot that he did to Dean Ambrose, where he damn near crushed him, I thought was awesome. Dean Ambrose in there, man, he had the crowd behind him. Of course, he's in Ohio. They were in Cleveland, but he's from Cincinnati. So as far as they were concerned, they didn't give a damn. This wasn't like a Browns versus Bengals game. So that's just fine. He was just a wild man. I thought that the strategy that him and Roman Reigns had was good. No matter how critical I'm going to be against Roman Reigns for the way they're booking him, I thought that he did a good job tonight. I will give props where props is due. I will always be fair. Just keep this man off the goddamn mic. Have him keep his goddamn mouth shut, and people will start to gravitate towards him. No matter what was going to happen, even if Roman Reigns wasn't in the good graces of the people, this was Dean Ambrose's night. Like I said, they were in Ohio. And Dean Ambrose is that guy that people are getting behind. I'm not putting him on the Stone Cold level or Rock level by no means. But as far as this era is concerned, what we see today, this is the closest thing that I think people have to it. I think that they feel that, this is just as good as Stone Cold. I don't think so. I'm not saying that. I just think that people think that. I think certain people just say, hey, okay, fine. There's people who don't mind lowering their expectations, and so they'll just go with the punches because they say at least this guy's cool. But, to have the smart thing for him to do is to win. What they do is they have Roman Reigns go over. And you would think that the way they're supposed to have a match with the Wyatts and Brock Lesnar, Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar, or Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar, no Wyatts. So I'm not sure if they scrapped that match. If they did, okay, but who's going to be Brock Lesnar's opponent at Mania? Who the fuck knows? At this point, who the fuck cares? Fun and games, man. Fun and games. That's all it is to Vince McMahon. He's like a kid in the courtyard with his toys, and they belong to no one else but him. And it really pisses me off to see how they waste fucking ideas. It may not have been a dream match for people to see Brock Lesnar and Bray Wyatt, but at least it was something. You saw a build there because Paul Heyman had dropped the Wyatt's name, so no Wyatts tonight. Well, maybe they'll do it tomorrow. If they don't do it tomorrow, then maybe they just scrap the whole match. But once again, there goes the builds to an angle, and then they just cut it. Brock Lesnar getting suplexed on both tables was freaking great. I thought it was fucking awesome. I give prop to Brock Lesnar, a man who's had more concussions than he said he can count on his fingers. But for some reason, the WWE is still letting him go, and he's taking table shots. So, got to retire Daniel Bryan, but Brock Lesnar, you can keep going. Who cares? So he did his thing. Like I said, everybody showed up tonight in this match. The crowd crucified Roman Reigns just like you thought they would. Even I love Paul Heyman's introduction for Brock Lesnar. And I just wanted Dean Ambrose to go over, but I knew he wasn't. If you watch the Big Slam Nation, One Wrestling YouTube channel, I picked Roman Reigns because I knew that that's what they were going to do. This is what these people do. As Mark Henry says, that's what I do. Vince McMahon goes, that's what I do. I do it all. I don't give a damn about what you want. Listen, Malik X, you listen to me. You damn dirty ape. I'm Vince McMahon. I suspended Titus O'Neil, and I'll do what I want. I make Byron Saxton stand up. So I'll make Samoa Joe stay in NXT, and I'll put a bone through the nose of Roman Reigns. Oh, yeah. That's just, that's the way this man is, man. That's just how he sees it.
I'm glad you brought up Titus O'Neil. That was bullshit. All he did was grab him in a playful manner, and I think I saw Vince McMahon smile a little bit. Why are you going?
They all smile.
It's like
they all smile. See, here's the thing, and I don't like to, for the people who watch now, for the people who watch later, I don't want to dig into racial overtones. I don't, like I said before, on the Big Slam Nation show, One Wrestling YouTube channel, I've said that this is not a racial thing. It is a rank thing. If Titus O'Neil was a big draw, he wouldn't have got suspended. But Titus, when he did that, and I was like, what was he thinking? Like a lot of people. Titus, to me, reminds me of a lot of black people in America who get real comfortable with America and think everything's going to be all right until reality slaps them in the fucking face.
Yeah,
and they remember, you ain't nothing but a nigga in a coop. So you better understand that, boy. And
yep.
It's like now I'm not bashing police, but it's like when you have people who are critical of people who get beat up by police, and they say, if you obey the law, nothing happens. And then one day you're walking down, mind your own business, and you got a gun in your face and a baton up your ass. So, you get comfortable, and then reality slaps you in the face. There's a saying by the great comedian Paul Mooney, and it's called the nigga wake-up call. And Titus O'Neil got that. Like, dude, what made you think that was okay? Like, that was not cool. I'm not saying he got suspended because he was black. I'm just saying he got comfortable thinking he was one of them boys. And he's not one of them boys. No. He's just a boy. Yeah. That's it.
A boy in a white world. And the thing is, if it was me, you're right. I wouldn't have grabbed him in the first place anyway. I'd have stepped back. If he wants to walk in front of Stephanie McMahon, that's cool. That's fine. I mean, it's his daughter. She probably didn't mind. Yeah, but I wouldn't have touched him. I kind of wondered back if you try to tap him on the shoulder, if you would get suspended for that. I'm just.
Hey, it was just, and Stone Cold had said it was a completely unprofessional for Titus to do, and I'm not going to disagree with that. I guess in a lot of ways it was, but Stone Cold, you going around smacking up women, so don't be the moral authority on anyone. So
actually, A-Track Brown, somebody on ESPN, I didn't click the link, but somebody on ESPN disagrees with Stone Cold's statements on that. I might check that out.
Oh, no, because Stone Cold used the phrase shucking and jiving. And and they said
redneck trying to be hip.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think here's the thing. There's that phrase has racial overtones. It does, no matter what you want to say. And black people have used that to describe, coonery, buffoonery. Like the New Day, they come out chucking and jiving, and Tyrus. When he was the Funkasaurus coming out shucking and jiving, CM Punk used the phrase. He used it straight up. He said Titus is shucking and jiving. He even did the shucking and jiving dance. I remember when he did that, and nobody said shit. I was like, oh, I caught that. But when Stone Cold said it, I got it was a big deal. But to me, when Stone Cold says that, it's not so much that he's trying to be hip. But it's like with the other half of what you said. He's a redneck. Sometimes they use those phrases, and it's just and sometimes they use it just to describe a certain situation that I didn't make any big deal to me because he had a point. When you come out, you come out there. A lot of cats come out there shucking and jiving. R-Truth comes out there chucking and jiving all the time.
What's up? All the time. What's up? Please change the song.
But back to the fact of the matter, this match was good. The ending sucked, even though I knew what it was going to be. People were getting all hyped because Dean Ambrose lost the title, and they thought that was a innuendo to him possibly winning. Brock Lesnar went over on SmackDown to lead into Fastlane, and everybody was on social media tweeting and Instagramming and Facebooking saying, yes, tonight's the night. Dean Ambrose is going to win. They're going to do the right thing. It makes sense. This is what the people want, but the people forget that this is the fucking WWE. Where the motto is why? Fuck you. That's why. That's it.
Yeah, man. That's it. That's it. Period. Point blank.
You know, you have this fucking douchebag Shane Douglas franchise wannabe bitch motherfucker Triple H come out there with his big fucking nose and his stupid fucking Grinch that stole Christmas grin on his face, thinking about how, oh, here I am, I'm gonna main event WrestleMania, the biggest WrestleMania, and so years later I can go on and say, oh, I've sold out. Well, you ain't selling out shit. Nobody gives a fuck about Triple H versus Roman Reigns. Who cares? You can have The Rock come out. You can have fucking Stone Cold come out. Daniel Bryan. It would take those three to come out for people to give a shit. Straight up. Nobody cares. Triple H is a fucking homo. He fucking sucks.
Yeah, and he's married to the boss's daughter, of course, you know. He got 3 kids with him, you know. But as far as that goes, I kind of wonder if those 3 kids are his. But, you know, that's just my thing.
Who the fuck knows?
Hey, look, Stephanie McMahon comes off as a corporate, wholesome lady. I don't think so.
They were born before the Macho Man died. That's all I'm saying about that.
Yeah, that's what I kind of want to chew. I think about it. I heard that Macho Man and Stephanie did a little something when she was 16.
Yeah, that was a rumor that's been going on that everybody's been trying to see if it's true or not. Who the fuck knows?
I believe it is in some way. I think there's more to Stephanie than what meets the eye on camera. See,
hey man,
nobody on camera is what they seen.
With the shit that went on backstage back in the day, who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? So,
I think there's a lot of swinging going on personally.
And like they said, anything's possible in the WWE.
That's for sure.
For real.
Oh, okay. But anyway, this has been a blast. I want to thank you for honoring my channel with your presence. It's been an honor and a pleasure to work with you for the first time, and
no problem, bro.
I hope to do it again real soon. Everybody like, share, subscribe to the PW Hustle and Big Slam Wrestling on YouTube, and also listen to the PW Hustle podcast.
Yes, pwhustle.podbean.com. You can hit me up at Pharaoh Fancy. That's my Twitter. And One Wrestling YouTube channel. That's Bill Apter. And, you know, we'll see you at the matches, and we'll listen, and you can hear us, like he said, on the PW Hustle, uncensored, unfiltered. Guys who are not PC, and we don't give a fuck about PC or your feelings. You don't like it, don't listen.
Bingo. And I'm the Professor Malik X. Like, share, subscribe. And like I said, everybody have a blessed week, and we'll see you later. Peace.
Peace.